Good afternoon, class. My name is Sergeant Arnold. I will be conducting a individual training class today on identifying topographic symbols on a military map. So the task: identify topographical symbols on a military map. Conditions: giving FM 3-25.26 a block of instructions and a group of motivated soldiers. Standards: all soldiers will be able to identify symbols on a map and pass a test with an overall score of 70 or higher. So for the risk assessment, stay hydrated. We have a water buffalo over there. Watch out for anthills or any other wildlife. Don't mess with them. The weather looks alright, but if it does change, we will go inside of a classroom and continue our class. So, identifying topographical symbols on a military map. I have 2 maps for each of you, and then I have a topographical legend symbol map for all the symbols on the first map, and then on the second map it's another smaller map, but I have a legend for that one, but it's mainly for terrain features such as cliff, depression, saddle, draw, spur, things of that nature. I will demonstrate how to identify these, and then you guys will practice on your own until y'all feel that y'all can identify them properly. So gather around. I'll show y'all the first step. So you got your legend right here, and you got your map. So all of these symbols probably ain't gonna be on this map because this is a map of the entire Fort Benning. So there's not a lot of water, as you can see on this map, but you can see there's a stream right here. Okay. You can see some cliffs, some hills. There's a hill right here. There's just O, and then the O's get big all the way down. Okay. A depression looks the same as a hill, but it's not. The only difference is on the depression, it'll look the same, but there'll be ticks inside of the O's, letting you know that it's going inwards, not upwards. Okay. So there's a black portion right here, which is man-made, like buildings and such. So you can see a bunch of buildings right here. Go. Here's a building. Here's a building. And then over here, some buildings. There's some more buildings. See, there's a bunch of green, so you know there's a bunch of woods, brushwoods, mangroves. Right here, vineyards. Okay, you see these red lines right here? These are roads. Okay. Let's see. So that's pretty much the gist of this map right here. But I have another map. And this is, like I said, is strictly just for terrain features. Okay, so here's the map, and then here's the legend. So the hill, you can pinpoint a hill really quick on this, is right here. Okay, we got a saddle, which is right here. The ridge, right here. I do not see a depression. There's a valley right here. And a draw. Here's a draw. See how it's going like a V, kind of? But it's upside down. So it shows y'all how to identify these. And I'm gonna give y'all a little bit more information on them, because I took the liberty of printing the FM. So, topographic map symbols. The purpose of a map is to permit one to visualize an area of the Earth's surface with pertinent features properly positioned. The map's legend contains the symbols most commonly used in a particular series or on that specific telegraphic map sheet. Therefore, the legend should be referred to each time a new map is used. Every effort is made to design standard symbols that resemble the features they represent. If this is not possible, symbols are selected that logically imply the features they portray. For example, an open pit mining operation is represented as a small black drawing of a crosshammer and a pickaxe. Ideally, all the features within an area would appear on a map in their true proportion, position, and shape. This, however, is not practical because many of the features would be unimportant and others would be unrecognizable because of their reduction in size. Right? The map maker has been forced to use symbols to represent the nature and man-made features of the Earth's surface. These symbols resemble and closely as possible the actual features themselves as viewed from above. They are positioned in such a manner that the center of the symbol remains in its true location. An exception to this would be the position of a feature adjacent to a minor road. If the width of the road has been extravagated, then the feature is moved from its true position to present its relation to the road. Field Manual 21-31 gives a description of topographic features and abbreviation authorized for use of a military map. In addition, the topographic symbols used to represent the natural and man-made features on the Earth, military personnel require some methods for showing identify size, location, or movement of soldiers in military activities and installations. The symbols used to represent these military features are known as military symbols. These symbols are normally printed on a map because the feature and unit that they represent are constantly moving or changing. Military security is also a consideration. They do not appear in special maps or overlays. The map user draws them in accordance with the proper security precautions. Refer to FM 101-5-1 for complete information on military symbols. Shown in brown, rivers and lakes in blue, vegetation in green, roads in yellow, and special information in red. A look at the legend of a modern map confirms that the use of colors has not changed much over the past several hundred years. To facilitate the identification of features on a map, topographical and cultural information to use is usually printed in different colors. These colors may vary from map to map. On a standard large-scale topographic map, the colors used and the features each represent are: black indicates man-made features such as buildings, rocks, surveyed slot elevations, and labels. Red-brown, the colors red and brown are combined to identify cultural features, all relief features, non-surveyed spot elevations, and elevations such as contour lines on red light readable maps. Blue identifies water features such as lakes, swamps, rivers, and drainage. Green identifies vegetation with military significance such as woods, orchards, and vineyards. Brown identifies all relief features and elevation such as contours on older edition maps, cultivated land on red light readable maps. Red classifies cultural features such as populated areas, main roads, boundaries on older maps. Occasionally other colors may be used to show special information. These are indicated in the marginal information as a rule. So I'm going to hand out these maps, and I'm going to have y'all practice until y'all can properly identify symbols on a map. Okay, I'll let y'all practice, and I will come around and I will check on you guys frequently to make sure that y'all are performing and actually identifying these and not going south. Better yet, on the first map, find 10 symbols off